Hello, and welcome to this introductory video on how to use Genome Pro. My name is Mordecai, and I will be explaining all the features that Genome Pro offers to you. It is recommended that you use Google Chrome. However, Genome Pro can be accessed by any browser, including Firefox and Safari. The website is also optimized to work well on mobile devices, such as iPhones and iPads, although it might have a different look than what you are about to see on this video. Okay, let's get to it. I have Google Chrome open on the website address genomepro.cis.fiu.edu. This is the home page where you can see some information about Genome Pro, testimonials, as well as Michael Robinson's and his purpose for the system. Note that on the left-hand side, there is a section where you can input your username and password to log in. Now, if you have not yet registered, you can click on this blue register button on the left-hand side to register an account with Genome Pro. The registration procedure is very simple, requiring you to only enter a username, password, email, as well as a name if desired. Once you have submitted this register form, you should receive an email with a confirmation link that will provide you with full access to your new account. Before we log in, notice that on the top right-hand side, there are links to two pages. The first one is the About page, where you can find a small summary of Genome Pro, some data samples, and an introductory video of all the features and functionalities for the site. The second one is the Contact page, where you can notify the developers as well as Michael Robinson about your concerns with the site, any problems you have encountered, or any general questions. Submitting this form is straightforward, and Genome Pro team will reply as soon as possible. Now that you have registered, let's go into the Genome Pro site. On the main site, which can be accessed by clicking Home, there is a section on the left for you to enter your username and password. Once you have done this, click Login, and if all went well, you should see the same page as before, but without the login section. This is how you know that you have successfully logged in. You will also have access to all other Genome Pro pages, the Profile page, Chart page, Tools page, and the FTP page. In the Profile page, you can store information about you and change your password, email, name, avatar, and even view any pending jobs that you have submitted to the system. As for the Tools page, this is the heart of Genome Pro. You can do anything from uploading files, submitting jobs with uploaded files, and even deleting those uploaded files, or view a history of all the jobs you have submitted. On the left-hand side, there is a section to upload DNA, RNA, or protein files, which is one of the first steps to successfully use our tools. Once you have clicked on the Choose File button, a pop-up screen will appear for you to choose a file. Select a genome file and then click Open. Now, by clicking Upload, your file will be sent to the server for validation. If all goes well, your file will be stored on the server to be used as input for many other tools that Genome Pro has to offer. Notice that validating your file can take some time depending on how many other users want their files validated as well. But don't worry, you will receive an email as soon as your file is ready to be used. On the right side, you can select from a total of 7 tools from the making of this video. You can select multiple tools, making it so that you submit multiple jobs to your job history for processing. In this video, I am going to show you the simplest of cases, which is to run one job on one single file. I will then show you how to use a more complex submission. Let's do it. As you can see here, once your file has been validated, you will be assigned a specific type, in other words, DNA, RNA, or protein file. I am clicking on the DNA file that I have previously uploaded. Once it is selected, you will be surrounded by a blue box telling you that it has been selected. I am also going to be clicking on the Extract tool, which will grab the input DNA and remove any garbage data. Notice that since I have clicked a tool that requires additional parameters, a new box has appeared asking me to enter the length. More information can be found about what this exactly means below on the frequently asked questions part of the tools page. But for this video, the length parameter is simply how many characters are displayed on each line of the file before a new line character is placed. Now we are going to click on the Submit button and wait for Genome Pro to successfully process my job, in which I will be notified through email when it happens. Okay. Now the job has been successfully processed and it has been notified to me via email. You can see on the left-hand side of the Tools page that a new entry on the job history is shown. This is the entry for the most recent job that I have submitted. If I click on it, I can see all the output files from that particular job, as well as a result text file with some information about the job submission. This is the text file that you want to open first, as it might contain information about why a particular job that you have submitted have failed. Great! If you check the tab for map files, there is now a new file under the EXT Group. This is because not only does the extract tool produce result files, but it actually uploads those result files to use on other tools. This is especially helpful since normally you would have to download result files and then upload them again, which could be very tedious. I also want to point out that for people who prefer using tools step by step, some tools such as the extract tool has the capability of selecting options to perform series of tools in one single step. In essence, this will generate the output file of one tool to be the input file for the next tool. That was a simple example of how you can use a tool with one file. But what if you have a more complicated submission, where you want to submit multiple files to multiple jobs? In this example, I am going to submit 3 map files to 3 different tools, namely repeated sequences, unique sequences, and genome probes. If you notice, for genome probes, once I have selected, there is an option tab similar to the extract tool. This tab is where I can submit the sequences that I would like genome probes to look for on my map files. I separate each sequence with the spaces and differentiate each file with bars. Now that I have selected my map files, as well as the tools that I would like to perform on them, I am going to hit the Submission button, and if all goes well, a total of 9 new jobs should be submitted, which is exactly what we got. It might take some time for all these jobs to finish, so in the meantime, I will explain the rest of the site and what you can do with it. Alright, if you notice on the top right hand side, there is a link for chart generation. This link is only accessible when you are logged in, as it requires map files from your accounts to function properly. On this page, you can select which map file from your account you want to display on a chart. After doing so, a list of subsequences appears in which you can select the subsequences you are mostly interested in. You can do as many as 10 subsequences as of Genome Pro 2.0. Once you have identified them and select them, click the Create Chart button. You should see the chart of your choosing. You can then print the screen or use the right-hand side button to download it as a PDF, PNG, or even print the chart. You can also zoom in the chart data by drawing a box with your mouse over the data. There is also an FTP page once you have logged in. You can access your FTP page by clicking on the top right-hand corner. It will most likely ask you to enter your credentials, in which case you can enter the same exact credentials you used to log into Genome Pro. We do this so that you have an extra layer of security in case a malicious user would have the direct link to your FTP page. This page has all the file information belonging to you, including result files from jobs, uploaded files, and more. It is all split by the latest submission, which makes finding recent jobs and uploads very easy. You can view and download any of this information by right-clicking these files and choosing Save As. Notice that for larger files, it might take some more time than usual. Let's check back on the jobs that we have submitted earlier. If you notice on the history page, all the jobs were submitted and processed exactly how we want them to. Genome Pro contains a very sophisticated job submitting module that notifies you when there is an error in the way you submitted a job. But it also has the flexibility of submitting batches of jobs using different tools all at once. We invite you to give it a try and see what you can do. Now that you have a brief but good understanding of Genome Pro, you are now ready to start using our system. Don't forget to send us an email using the contact page if you get stuck or have any questions. And visit our frequently asked questions section at the bottom of the tools page for more information about job submitting, the tools provided, and how to use each tool. We hope that you have a pleasant time using Genome Pro and can't wait to hear from you.